Hello everybody, welcome back. We are still at the Beetlejuice house, and we're going to do some gardening today. Now, the last time I left the house, I said I was going to load a couple of things into my drawing app, and I was going to do some pictures for Juno's office. So as you can see, this is the door to Juno's office, and we've done a few things. If you I put a couple of things around here. We have a glove on the wall, we have some arms coming out of the wall, and if you look at the back window, you'll see there's some people peeking in, and that's a picture. And then we have the windows to the rest of the weird place they walk through from the reception to the office. Now, apologies for the real scribbles, but I wanted to get this all up for today. And yes, I did draw these. I took the images from the movie and very roughly drew them in, but they're behind the window, so you can't really see them. There was another skeleton on this side, but I thought that window's not that big, so it'll be fine. And can you see the paper is glitching out because there's just so much paper? If I come back here, but we have paper, we have stuffed drawers, we have a dead plant or a weed growing there. There's a, what would you call that? A soccer ball? A rugby ball? You know, there were the players that, the team that got mutilated in a crash. And we've got a kid's drawing here. We got a bin full of rubbish. And of course we've got the cigarettes on Juno's, there's Juno, yes, Juno's desk. You'll see there's one in an ashtray, and there are a couple been stuck out in just a little container here. We've got the glove again holding up as a bookend, and then we've got a different bookend here. There was a little statue on her desk, but there was no way to recreate it. I just used the little robot. But I think her office is looking darn good. I changed the color of the curtains to look a bit closer. And if you stand here and look at everything in here, I think it looks okay. We do have a light here, as you can see. And that's a plant pot. And now, today, that looks quite ominous, we are going to go out. Oh, I did shrink this down, and it's still not quite, you can see. You still can't walk under it properly. But that's that. And today we're going to do some gardening. Now, this is not on a hill. I wouldn't have been able to complete it if it was, because I hit my limit at the top of the tower here, because we have a build limit as to how high we can go. So there's that. But what we have now is we are going to go and we're going to get nature decor. All these rocks here. I've got an image of the property from the angle that I'm standing at, and we might try and do a little bit of landscaping, and I'm going to use Let's see which of these rocks is going to work, because we need some fairly hefty rocks, because the garden comes around like this and then to the front. Well, it's not the garden, it's the land. So let's see what we can do. We need some chunky rocks. That's a little too chunky. That one's probably, yes, no, maybe. We'll pop it there and see. Sorry, gotta go rock shopping. The rocks that are next to the driveway aren't really that big. They're about this size. And I also hate that they don't really sit together, do they? We'll have to move them as usual. Let's see what other rocks we have. We've got that one, which is a bit better. And that one's teeny tiny. But what we're doing is we're actually creating a line of rocks here that will end up here, because this is where the pathway goes. And then so tiny, that's also so tiny, we can use those for the other side of the driveway. Yeah, that's better. I like bigger rocks, they're easier to work with. Alright, now I have no idea where this goes, because there's a fence behind us here with a post box on it. So actually, if I'm standing here, the fence runs behind here. So what we need is we need our land painting, and I think it would be that. It's not the right color. This one? A little bit better. So this is basically the driveway. So let's take it to there. And this driveway goes out the gate. The gate is here. We will take it about there. Alright, so here's your driveway. I don't like it. The house is planted a little off-center. We will put a bit of a curve in. What do you say? So I think we're almost done with this house here. I will do a walkthrough video, so if you've missed anything, we can have a look at it. There's one more picture that I'm not finished with yet, and then there is, I think that looks okay, because the driveway literally actually comes all the way and out to the staircase here. And curve it nicely. Alright, And I was thinking, we still are in October. The Houseflipper update, the spooky update, is only coming out at the end of October, which I think is a bit wrong. It should actually have come out already so that we can actually use whatever they give us to build stuff in time for Halloween. But that's clearly not going to happen. So, ooh, hold on. Oops. There we go. Where was I? So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But I think I'm going to start another house, another little haunted type affair that I think I'd like to do one in the oldpinnacove, because there's that creaky noise that you hear on the video. I think that actually will be quite cool as a atmospheric thing. So that's my thought process on that. Now that we've got that, I don't want to take it any further than that. I think that will be enough, because it goes around and then to the front door. Now this whole area is covered with rocks. What I want to know is, can I raise this up a little bit? And how high can I raise it? And should I use this one? I suppose I'm going to have to start here. Hey? If I do, is it going to go through inside? So if I do this, I know, it's crazy. And I walk in. Okay, we're good there. And yes, the intensity is a little high. I'm not worried about that right now. I just want to see where we should go with it. Because that will help underneath the stairs here. And a little bit in the garden. Looks insane, but that's okay. We will now do the smoothie thing. So I will, let's check the height. You can use Q to sample the height. So shall we pull it about there? To start with. Just smooth it out a bit. You can always take it back up a little bit. And let's take a peek in here. Okay, all's good out here. Awesome. So we're not exactly on a hill, but at least we've got the option to bring the hill to us. Don't want to push it through the stairs because that won't work, but we can just manipulate. Okay, a little bit higher here. bring it up too high underneath the stairs, as I say. But it would be nice to fill this area in a little bit. Okay, shall we up to about there underneath here? I like that it actually smooths it rather than just makes into a great hulking pile of whatever. In this tall section here makes more sense. I think there's a smoothing here. So let's take the intensity down and just smooth it out a smidgen. And sit and play with this tool for ages, but I'm not going to. We are going to put a little bit of a garden here, so I will take this down a bit. Let's use that, because there will be some flowers and stuff here. Let's bring this up a smidgen. It doesn't look as if it's so just standing in the middle of a flat piece of ground. Okay, so for the flowers, it's not very covered. Is that the way to put it? There isn't like a mass of flowers, but there are a few, and some of them are really pretty. And there is a tree. There is one tree. Now the rhododendron. There are some red flowers around here. So, you see, when you play with the ground, you only have so many places that you can actually put your flowers, which is a pain. I'm just going to make a mess of, I can make a mess of these in two different areas. Yes, and yes, you will. I will make you. Damn it. Okay. As I say, the garden, I think they're still in the process of. So there aren't really that many plants around, but there are a few. Come on. Thank you. I love landscaping on flat ground. There are some rocks underneath here, so it's always good. I'm going to plant. Let's actually plant You will fit. Little bananas. Gee, where did that come from? You're not going to plant underneath the stairs. That's just mean of you. Wow. And you wonder why I like the mover tool, eh? It's irritating is what it is. I'll just sort of ease the gap between the lumps. What do you say? The plants have got caught here. Well, the seeds have been caught here in the rain. And bushes have sprouted. Let's go back to those little, these ones. Are they darker red ones? Not really. These ones? Pretty much the same color. Okay. Just pop a couple here as well. Just for a pop of color. And then of course we've got white stones, which we don't have. That's okay, we can live without white stones. There are a couple of slightly taller plantings here. That tall, is it? Very sort of scattered. And then there are some more behind there, which we will get to. Alright, now, if I'm looking at this part of the house, there's a tree. Not a big tree, but it is a tree. And the only trees we really have are the magnolia trees, which won't work in any shape or form, and the maple tree. Let's see how big this is. That's not too bad. There is a pathway that goes past down here as well, but I'm just attending to one side at a time. There's also sticks planted in the ground, which is a little weird to my way of thinking, but you know what? That's okay. So let's find some more. Actually, let's do the move tool, shall we? We're going to line this thing. Then we'll just add more rocks as we go. A little deeper, hey? Okay, we need more rocks. I'm just going to throw them on the ground here. And we can move them in. I think I'm going to take this little even it out a little bit here. Seriously, a little bit more. Thank you. Now, where was I? Moving rocks. I hope you all had a good weekend. It's pretty much summer here now, and we had a heat wave notification this weekend, so it's been very hot. And yeah, South Africa, well, Johannesburg, where I live, our average summer temperatures are, some days they're not too bad, but we've been in the 30s lately, and it is what it is. I don't really mind the heat if I'm at home and indoors, but boy, it is, that sun is fierce. That looks exactly like that one, doesn't it? Okay, so we've got that lined up. The rocks are slightly bigger than what they've used, but you know what? I'm okay with that. I also see a few rocks sort of in the garden. Let's see if we can do that. Yes, we can. Seriously? There. Fine. I will make you fit. Poking out, sort of sticking its nose out. And there are some more bushes underneath here. Let's see. No. That would be so nice if it fitted underneath there. Will you fit on the patio? Yes, you will. Awesome. As long as you don't poke through anything, I'm okay with that. Not poking through the wall. Nope. Looks way too cheerful, don't you think? Alright, and then as there's a fence here as well, I'm going to probably use this fence, because what we're going to do is, if you see the boundaries here, you can actually bring the boundary in. And let's see. think let's bring it in there. And then bring this one in. There. Because then we'll use that fence as the fence, because it is a little tatty and a little wonky and looks similar to that. So what we've literally just done is shrunk the boundary on the board, and it does look a little bit more like it. Oh yes, that will. Oh, you see what it's done? It's moved the drive. You see that? That's where the driveway was. Now the driveway is here, which, hey, I'm not going to argue about. But we need to now redo the driveway. Damn it. Now we curve in the opposite direction. That's interesting. I've never really noticed that. Okay. Let me just put the grass in again where it moved the gate. I can live with that. There we go. Let's put some grass in here, shall we? Haven't really paid much attention when I've moved the boundary walls, so that's interesting. You learn something every single time. Now I will be putting out a hints and tips video on the weekend. What I'd like to know from you is, what do you suggest? Anything that you want me to sort of play with, go through? Let me know. Now this little brick, well, it's not really a road, it's a path. Actually just sort of starts in the middle of nowhere. So I'm going to do that. And I hate that these rocks don't sit close. So you actually have to move them with the move tool. And yes, I'm doing the just buy and put them down, and then we'll start moving them along. So as I say, any ideas what you feel like seeing me fight with on the weekend? We've done pocket doors, we've done, sorry, I'm working and getting distracted at the same time. We've done pocket doors, we've done Venetian blinds, we've done furniture, how to resize it, well, not resize it, but build it so that it's a size that you slightly bigger and fits into your room better. Any more ideas? Any requests? I am open to suggestions. Yeah, so that's basically what the path will look like. The rocks in the movie are a little lighter, but they pretty much... that's a little too big, isn't it? Damn. No, definitely getting to the big ones. Okay, let's start with the small ones again. So I was watching Renovate playing a few games this weekend, and there are some interesting sort of management type games out on the market, which I quite enjoy. But let me know what sort of games you guys like watching besides the sort of decorating game. I've played City Skylines, but not many people enjoyed that. Probably because I played it really badly. And Hotel Renovator. And obviously this is my game. I just love building houses. But there is a game that's on sale on Steam at the moment called Hotel Magnet. It's not a new game. It's actually, I've looked at it and it's sort of hotel management. Don't know if I want to do that. Something like that might be interesting. Tell me what other games you think I might find entertaining. You might find watching me play entertaining. And then we can maybe look at that. I know the update for Houseflipper 1 comes out at the, I think it's, they gave us the date as the 26th of November. So that's still got a bit of ways to go. And obviously the update for this game comes out, what am I doing? I'm in the move tool. Comes out at the end of this month, which is sad, but it is what it is. Then we've got the winners of the summer competition, and one of my subscribers, Stephen, actually told me about Jess, who also builds in Houseflipper 2, and she came second in the competition, which is so cool. So congratulations, Jess, if you watch my videos. If you don't, I think her place was amazing. She built this beautiful little summer village, sort of beach town. Absolutely glorious. So if you haven't, go and have a look at the Frozen District YouTube channel, and they've got all the winners on their channel there. You can have a look at what everybody did. There are some amazing builds, and I'm very inspired now to keep going. Obviously, my weird hotel didn't come anywhere. That's okay. There's always another one. We will always have another chance to do something fun. Let me just get... Okay, that's grass. We don't want grass. We want this dark dirt. I think I'm going to take it to here. Really don't know where I should take it to from here. Do we sort of just line the bed on this side and have like a sort of path? I think that will work. I'm just going to throw some rocks in here. We'll move them. I don't quite know where the garden ends. It isn't really a garden so much as the start of a garden, the start of something. You know what I want to? Let's turn that over. There we go. I like some of these, the bigger rocks are amazing for stepping stones. If you flip them, some of them are flat at the bottom. And they make really nice stepping stones. Okay, shall we start over here? And carry on. Seriously? That is in exactly the same position as the one next to it. Okay, so that is looking better. We need something here. This doesn't quite look right. So let's find that hazel bush. And it fits there. Look at that. It's amazing. Okay. And, ooh. Wee. I thought I was flying and I wasn't. Come on. I'm just going to fill this in with these plants that actually don't look bad. And from a distance they actually look almost like a ground cover, if that makes sense. So the effect is basically just sort of, you haven't got these lumps and bumps. Okay. And then we'll just carry on around a path of rocks. Let's just carry on, shall we? Now, where do I finish? Because I'd say about here. Because we don't really have a way to go there. Oh, the next question I have is, I'm thinking of taking the fireplace away and I'm building the weird one. Let me know what you think. Should I, or should I leave it as I have it now? Let me know. Because this is pretty much almost done. The only thing I really have to do is the living room, where that bright red counter is. I need to actually find the chairs that they were sitting in when they had their party. And then that is pretty much done. Would you be interested in this, me putting this onto mod.io? Obviously, a lot of people don't like the builds that I put up if they're not easily accessible. So if they wanted to play it just on straight play mode, I tend to get thumbs downs if I force too many things into place. But with a place like this, you don't really have much option, because if you want it to look similar to the movie house, you gotta make it fit. So let me know. I also am very curious as to what, and I put inverted commas, spooky stuff we are going to be receiving from the developers, because it's nice to have spooky stuff, but you know, do we need spooky stuff, or do we need new things? Do we need more furniture and that sort of thing instead of the spooky stuff? So yeah, let me know about that too. I'm guessing we've got another 2 weeks to wait before they let that stuff release, all that stuff. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, so there is no furniture on the patio that I can see. The only furniture I can see sort of in the yard here is if we are over here, there are 2 chairs on the side. Now, excuse my pronunciation. I think it's Adirondack. They're the wooden chairs. Very low wood high back that we don't have in the game. And this is probably the closest we're going to get. You see, it's got that back, but it's not totally curved. It sort of finishes there. But I'm going to take this because this is pretty much what we're looking at. And that's as close as we're going to get to what we're wanting. And if I'm standing here, these chairs basically are just parked outside here on the grass. There we go. Just like that. Maybe not just like. There we go. Better. Alright. So tomorrow is going to be me completing the living area, but we'll take a full walkthrough. We'll start here, take a full walkthrough, look at everything that we've accomplished, and then maybe putting it onto mod.io if you guys are interested. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. If you've got this far, please consider subscribing. Bye.